Good evening, Lakeview Community Church friends and family. For the past few months, we've been on a journey with Jesus, a walk with Jesus. And we have encountered his teachings and the people that he encountered. We paid attention to what he said and what he did and all of the things that Jesus did on his walk towards the cross. And then we finished up last week by talking about the road to Emmaus, that you and I most likely spend the majority of our Christian walk on that road. What do I mean? Well, the road to Emmaus was where a couple disciples were walking and Jesus suddenly appeared amongst them. Now, I'm not really sure why they didn't think that was surprising that Jesus just kind of showed up in between them and walked with them. But he walked with them, and it says that he explained the scriptures to these two. Somehow these two disciples were having a problem between what they had learned, what they had been taught, and the application of that. They knew who Jesus was. They knew what he was about. They believed in Jesus. But the truth is that they were disappointed in how it turned out, how the application of Jesus turned out. And so Jesus had to explain to them what it was all about. And it says that when they were done and they had invited him to come and share some food with him, that he took the bread, he broke it, and then they knew that they had been with Jesus and Jesus disappeared. And you see, most of us are in that exact same place. You and I spend our days trying to walk out this thing called the Christian life. And the truth is that we get confused with what we've been taught and then how we see that applied. And if we're not careful, how we're taught can get us on some tangents. We can be walking places where we probably shouldn't be walking and thinking things that we shouldn't be thinking. And we need Jesus to come and to straighten us out. And it's in those moments that Jesus does something pretty spectacular. He took a bunch of normal, everyday fishermen, not above average fishermen, not supernatural fishermen, not superhero fishermen, but he took a bunch of normal, everyday people, tax collectors and fishermen. And then he surrounded them with farmers and everyday folk. And he did something amazing. He made heroes out of those people. You see, he made heroes for his kingdom. People who were going to do supernatural things, but were just normal, everyday, unlikely heroes. But what was happening was that walk to Emmaus prepared them. It got them ready for what it was that Jesus was planning for them. You see, we don't like to hear that today. We just want cancer to go away. We want financial problems to go away. We want relational problems to go away. We want educational, political, religious problems. We want them all to go away. But Jesus says that those things are in preparation for what it is that he's going to call you to do. That at some point, as you walk through that, you and I are going to be unlikely heroes. We're going to do that which isn't normal, which isn't natural. That people are going to look to you and I, and they're going to see Jesus. Why? Because we've done something that normal people just don't do. You see, God uses normal people to do abnormal thing. And that's what drives our world crazy. You see, we're so used to the exceptional doing the abnormal, the exceptional athletes, the exceptional academic people, the exceptionally beautiful. But God says, I'm going to take the normal and I'm going to do exceptional things. So for the next few months, we're going to be looking at some unlikely heroes. We're going to look at people in the Bible, and we're going to look at what it was that they were prepared to do. What did they have to go through in order to become that unlikely hero? Now, chances are you and I are going to be able to relate with some of these characters. There's something that they're going to go through that you and I are going to look at each other and go, oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I've been through that. I'm going through that. Or I might have to go through that. But what we're looking for is, how is it that whatever you're going through is preparing you to be an unlikely hero? Will you join us Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock? Hopefully you can be with us at church. We invite you. We want you to come and be a part of our family. But if you can't do that, then join us on Facebook every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, or you can watch it anytime that you want on our website or on Facebook. But join us as we look at unlikely heroes.